actually thought, like, before Kendrick dropped Not Like Us, like, what came out? Was it Family Matters or what?
I ain't like none of them.
I thought that was dope. Like, I was like, ooh, Drake is.
Drake was winning before Not Like Us.
I was like, Drake is gonna like he won this, and then all of a sudden it was like a 2 hours, and then Not Like Us dropped,
That's
and
because
I
he
was
already
like,
had it made. He already had the song made.
oh yeah, he probably has 4 songs still loaded up. You know what I mean? That he didn't drop, but it was like literally right after, and that's how you got to do it. You know, he had so many songs probably in the chamber that we'll never hear. Mm-hmm. But
well, I mean, Kendrick Lamar was preparing for a back and forth that Drake wasn't prepared for.
Yeah, but I mean, some of it had to be spontaneous because he didn't know if J. Cole was gonna stay in the beef, and J. Cole at first was firing back.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's different when you're preparing for war, and the other guy has no idea that he about to go to war. You know.
Yeah, I mean, Drake deserved it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have no sympathy for Drake, but you know, Drake is still one of the greats. You know, there's no question about it.
So if there was a versus between Kendrick Lamar and Drake, what are the 20 songs, Wade?
All right, round 1 would be Drake, Tuska on Leather versus Kendrick, DNA. Who y'all got?
DNA.
Wow. DNA? You right. That DNA. I'll go DNA.
Okay. Round 2. Best I Ever Had, Drake, Kendrick, Swimming Pools.
Swimming Pools. Close, but swimming. I'm going with Swimming Pools.
I'm going
close.
With Best I Ever Had.
I'm going to go with Best I Ever Had.
Yeah, Best I Ever Had.
Yeah, it's close, but I'm going to go with Swimming Pools.
All right, we got round 3. Drake, Nonstop, Kendrick, Humble.
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 Okay. Round 4. Drake, Marvin's Room, Kendrick, Love.
I'm going to Marvin's Room.
What you got, Bobby?
Marvin's Room.
Okay. Song 5, round 5. Drake, Started from the Bottom, Kendrick, Mad City.
Started from the bottom.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Round 6, so this would be a club banger. Drake, Nice for What? Kendrick, King Kunta. I like King Kunta.
But I'm going to go Nice for What, though.
Nice for What, yeah.
Nice for What was fire, but I like King Kunta. I like that album. Round 7, this would be like a commercial smash. So Drake, God's Plan, Kendrick, All Right.
All right.
Over God's Plan?
Yeah.
Okay, what you got, Bobby?
Oh man, that's a tough one.
Both are good records, but I'm gonna go All Right.
I think God's Plan was more catchy, man. I think God's Plan was more catchy.
Yeah. All right.
I think once people hear that first part, the duh, it's over. Like, I think it's going to take out God's Plan, honestly.
All right, we have song number 8. This is more of a storytelling song. So we have Drake, Look What You've Done, versus Kendrick, Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst. I'm gonna go with Look What You've Done. I like that. You got his babysitter talking.
Yeah, I gotta. I don't remember either one of them songs, to be real with you.
Look What You've Done. I think his babysitter was talking at the end about how she used to watch him and all that stuff. I think he took care of her, put her in.
Both of those are whack.
Yeah, I don't know either one of those, so I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna defer to Bobby.
All right, man. I think this is a little Kendrick. I think they made Kendrick. They put Kendrick best songs, man. I ain't gonna lie. So this one is round 9, a flex record. So you have Drake, Headlines, which I feel like that wasn't one of my favorite songs. Actually,
that was all right.
It was a good song.
Yeah, I like that song.
That was a good song.
Okay. Versus Kendrick, Backseat Freestyle.
Headlines.
Headlines.
Yeah.
Backstreet feature album was nice. So that album, for me personally, I was in Slovakia, Hanover, Slovakia, playing basketball, and that album came out. So that album, like all those songs, they're a little bit different for me because it ain't nothing to do in Europe where I was at. So I love that album right there. So I would go with backseat
Yeah.
freestyle over headlines. Headlines, I skip that.
Headlines was
I
cool,
out of
but
that beat, man.
I think I'll probably go with Kendrick on that.
Yeah, I'm going with Backstreet. I'm sorry, backseat freestyle. All right, round 10. So we halfway there. Um, so this is more like for a feature. So we have Drake Sicko Mode versus Kendrick Like That.
That's just the verse, though, right?
Yeah, because it's a feature.
I would give it to Kendrick.
Oh, Like That? Yeah, I would go with Like That over Sicko
Yeah.
Mode. Yeah, I'll go with Like That.
Yeah, I think
Like
I'll go
That.
with like that. But I think there's other Kendrick features that they could have put in there. Like, what's the one with Travis Scott?
I like the one with Miguel. How many drinks?
That too.
That's
But
fine.
the one with Travis Scott is Goosebumps. Like,
Oh yeah,
that's crazy.
yeah.
Like, if he did Goosebumps,
Well, he already won the feature. So
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, the next one is more radio dominance. So you have Drake One Dance against Kendrick's Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe. So you have the Lady Gaga version and you have his version. I like the Lady Gaga version. I think they took that one off though and just.
I think I'm gonna go with Kendrick. Don't
Kendrick,
kill my
yeah,
vibe.
Kendrick.
I'm gonna go with that one too. That was a good song right there. Drake 5 a.m. in Toronto. Kendrick The Black of the Berry.
I'm gonna go Kendrick.
So that's what I'm saying. I feel like that's not the best Drake song.
That's not a good. Yeah, I give it to Kendrick. That's not a good head to head.
Yeah. This one motivational. We have Drake Energy versus Kendrick Element. I'm gonna go with Drake Energy.
Energy.
Yeah, that was tough.
Yeah,
That
I'll
album-
probably go with Energy.
all right, this more like a cultural impact. We have Drake Hotline Bling versus They Not Like Us.
Not like us.
Not like us.
You know what I'm saying?
Not like us.
Not like us.
All right, this more of an R&B versus a smooth, or R&B Drake versus a smooth Kendrick. Drake, Hold On, We're Going Home versus Kendrick, Poetic Justice. But Drake is on Poetic Justice, so how you gonna do that? I like Poetic Justice, but I do like Hold On, We're Going Home too.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one. I
Mm,
think I'm gonna go Drake on that.
Who you got?
yeah,
Bob?
Drake, because I would sing along to that more than I would.
Yeah,
Kendrick's song.
but Drake on Poetic Justice too, and that's a good song too.
Yeah, Poetic Justice is a dope song.
It
But
is.
I think I don't know. That's a close one. But I don't really love either one of those songs like a ton. But I'm gonna give it to Drake because I feel like I've been giving a lot to Kendrick.
All right, this next one is a timestamp record versus introspective. So you have Drake 6 p.m. in New York versus Kendrick Fear.
That's hard because I like that whole album of Kendrick that whole album, and I felt like it flowed with the album. Mm.
I gotta hit both of those songs again.
Yeah, I need to hear them again. To be honest with you.
Okay, yeah, let's pass that one.
All right, so we're going round 17, Summer Anthem. So we have Drake Controller and we have Kendrick Loyalty.
Loyalty.
I'm going Controller.
Yeah, I think I might go with Controller.
Interesting.
Controller.
Tough.
Yeah.
Tough though.
All right. We have a lyrical showcase. Drake 4 p.m. in Calabasas, which I like that. And Kendrick Rigor Mortis.
Kendrick.
I need to hear that one again.
I gotta hear that song from Kendrick again.
Okay.
I can't really
All right.
think
We
of it.
have round 19, Emotional Closer. So the Emotional Closer, we have Drake Jungle and we have Kendrick Money Trees. I'm going with Jungle.
I'm going Money Trees.
What you got, Bobby?
I gotta hear Money Trees again, but I know I like Jungle.
Yeah, that album was good. That was a good album. That Drake album was good. Round 20, the nuclear round. Drake back to back versus Kendrick Euphoria.
Back to back.
Back to back.
Yeah, I guess I'll go back to back.
Okay.
So that's it. So it looks like Kendrick won, but I think Drake will win though. What you think, Bobby?
I got Drake winning from my score. I mean that I of the ones I chose.
What about you, Jason?
I think I had Kendrick winning by a little bit. I'm trying to remember rigor mortis, to be honest with you. Like,
I don't think the world will let Kendrick win that one though. I just like Drake on Michael Jackson level, man. Like, yeah, Kendrick was on Super Bowl, he got that song, but they not overall I'm not going with Kendrick over Drake. And I like Kendrick a lot.
I mean, we were barely thinking about Kendrick before he brought up this beef with Drake. I mean, we all knew him as a lyricist, of course, but we weren't like thinking about him like, oh, when is he gonna drop something now? Like we weren't anticipating anything. And then when he did drop his album, I wasn't like blown away. I wasn't like excited to hear it. I wasn't like I gotta play it again.
Yeah, Drake been holding us down, man. We can't just let one song make us forget about that, man. Like Drake been holding it down since what? Since best I ever had.
yeah,
Honestly,
but here's the thing: Drake didn't know how to take a loss. He could have done what Jay-Z did after Ether. You know what I mean? Be like, all right, fine, moving on.
My thing is,
And
yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. Drake looked weak after that, and say he went home and licked his paws, and he showed everybody that he was licking his paws. But my thing is, we always knew Drake was soft. Like nobody ever thought he was anything else.
but Drake tried to portray himself as something else, and he
Who
like
believed that? Nobody. And then it wasn't even like to the extent of like I'm scared of Drake. Nobody was ever scared
nobody
of
was
Drake.
scared of Drake, but Drake has done some gangster stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like in terms of his man, because I would suggest there's a YouTube page called Dark Psychology, and they did one on Drake, and Drake's really he doesn't seem like he's a very good person. Like Drake does some really foul stuff, and in terms of like the gangster stuff, he leans on his man. His man's name is Chubbs, and it's they Chubbs be involved in some stuff, some wild stuff. So
I
at
mean,
Drake's
I'm not saying
behest.
I don't know the man personally. I'm not saying that I would hang out with Drake or something and like that's my boy. But his songs and his music, yes, fire. Like it's
Yeah.
rare that he doesn't drop a hit. And it's a lot of rappers that are affiliated with gangsters or dudes that do stuff in the streets. And he's just another one of those. He's just less in the street than some of the other rappers.
But he also like, well, if the rumors are true, which they may not be, he orders the hits, like people getting beat up and what have you. I also think it's Kendrick just didn't drop enough material. Like Drake, it was like it was like a factory. Like he just kept dropping music. Like it was just constant music,
And
music, music.
that's because it takes a
And
long time to write a triple entendre. That's why.
yeah, no, I agree. I agree. And whereas Drake just goes, finds trends around the world and copies them, essentially, and does it in Drake's voice.
Hmm.
And he also has, a lot of help or some help in crafting his music. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's able to put out so much music. Same thing, Kanye had help. You know what I mean? Other people have had help. Drake has help. He writes by committee. Um, and I don't think that takes away from his artistry, but it definitely is able to make it more like assembly line. Like it's just music coming out constantly. Like I was always impressed. I was like, how is Drake putting out almost music? Like how is it like the last album just died down and the new one is dropping. He's been able to do that. Kendrick, like you said, because he takes time and he's an artist. Like he doesn't have that assembly line mentality.
Yeah, and I don't want anybody to think that I'm taking away from Kendrick. I like Kendrick. I thought they were the big three. You know, I agreed with the whole thing when J. Cole and Drake said it. So I'm not taking away from them. I'm just saying, like, we can't, like Wade said, we can't forget about Drake because of that one song.
I'm not taking away from Drake. There was a time when I was making the argument that Drake might be the GOAT. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, all this music, all this dominance for this long? Like, Drake was a combination of MJ and Jordan. Like, longevity and, like, production. Whereas Jay-Z, in my opinion, is Bron. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had a peak, but a lot of it was just really steady production. Like, he wasn't always the top rapper in the game. It would be Nelly one year. It would be DMX another year. It would be Eminem another year. But Jay-Z was always in the mix, always in that top three, always in the MVP conversation. Drake was, like, for many years was MVP, like unquestioned MVP. And he had the longevity. So I was like, if you've been that great for that long, you are the GOAT. Longevity matters. But then, again, he stayed a little too long. He Muhammad Ali'd it. You know what I'm saying? He stayed a couple fights too long, maybe. Maybe he should have transitioned into acting by now.
Who, Drake?
Yeah.
He should have went back to acting. I think he probably done with acting.